struggling with your makeup looking like this and you want it to look like this, keep watching because I'm going to tell you exactly how to avoid that. I show you my skin in the back camera so you can see properly what my routine looks like. A lot of people make critical mistakes when they're applying their makeup. First things first, I see they go in with these exfoliating paths all over their face and then they wonder why their makeup's separating. Baby, you're quite literally adding a chemical exfoliant for your makeup. What do you think that's gonna do? Of course, you want a skin to be exfoliated and hydrated, that's for sure, but we don't wanna exfoliate right before we're gonna apply our makeup. You can do that the night before or a few hours before you go in with your makeup. Another critical mistake that I see people doing is applying all of these serums and very heavy moisturizers. There's nothing wrong with hydrating your skin, but for me personally and for what I've seen over the last years of doing makeup is that light layers work better than just one heavy layer. So what I like to do is go in with a milky toner and apply that maybe 2-3 times before starting your routine, instead of going in with something super heavy and that doesn't absorb properly into your skin and now your makeup's spilling. Current 2 makeup prep essentials: Road Glazing Milk and a hydrating balm. And you can do 2-3 layers of this, as I've said. There is no need to go in heavily. You can instead build up the hydration and then it's gonna be properly absorbed step by step. Underneath my eyes, I find that I get really dry there and I just don't like the look of dry under eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this balm. This is the Photo PRN Essence Stick Balm. And I'm just gonna apply that under my eyes. You can of course do this as well with some Aquaphor and it will work just as good. It is very important for you to understand your skin type because sometimes we think we have oily skin and then in reality we just have dehydrated skin. So how are you going to choose the proper products if you don't know your skin type, if you don't know how your skin behaves and what it needs? I know there's a lot of chatter on the internet of silicone-based products versus water-based products. However, in my experience, that's a myth. I am more of a dry girly and someone that enjoys more of a skin-like finish, okay? And something that I also see with a lot of people is that they go in with way too much product. Remember, you can always build up the coverage, but it's harder to take it off. So I start with just a drop of foundation. This is the Patrick Ta. I'm gonna prime the brush. I'm gonna start applying it where I have some redness. A lot of people like to start their foundation routine in the center of their face. However, that for me honestly doesn't work. It doesn't look nice on me. And you have to figure out what looks good on you. I prefer to go in lightly with a very light hand and then build up the coverage that I need wherever I need it.